Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in the room. Hope that you're all doing well this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, UIA. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Double tap. Let me know how you are doing. Hello, Aliosman. Present. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Where are you from? Why are you asking where I'm from? Why are you asking that? Good morning, D. UIA, why would you like to know where I'm from? Good morning, Miss Gloria. Good morning, Eileen. Good morning, everyone. Come on in and double tap. I see you, Ali Osman. I see you. Hello, my friend. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Teeks. Good morning, everyone. As you come in, double tap, share the stream out. Hi, Parker. How are you? Hello from Indonesia. How are you? How are you doing today? Double tap, share the stream out for me, and then we'll get started. Hey, Estrel, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. Let me put my glasses on so I can see you all. You're good. Awesome. So double tap, share for me. Hey, Robbins, good morning. Yes, I am, my friend. I am. All right, let me share this out, then we'll get started because you already know it's a hard stop at 7. So let me say this as I said that. It's a hard stop at 7:10. It's a hard stop at 7:10. Let me share this out, then I'll share it with you. I'll share with you all. Ooh, I love where the numbers are at. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. I love it. So all of you in here, I can tell you this. I can share this with you. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, Jerlins. Good morning. Thank you so much. Hey, ma'am. I hope that's what that says because the letters look a bit inverted. So, as I said, it's a hard stop at 7:10 this morning. See, I got my scrubs on. But tomorrow I'll have time, okay? So I only have an afternoon meeting tomorrow. So I told y'all that, and this ties into the teaching that I taught y'all the other day, that you have to learn how to communicate your value, okay? Somebody got on here and asked about, they needed some advice to get into, as you're going into an interview, for those of you who've been around. And I said to the person, walk into that interview with the understanding that the company, the organization is very fortunate to have you, right? You're bringing value to the company, okay? I also told you all, I believe on that same day, that I was in negotiation for a case that I wanted to take on, right? Because I wanted to determine my rate that I was going to get paid at, because I understood what I was coming in with, right? What I bring to this case that I was on. So as I said, it's a hard stop. And I told y'all yesterday, I was like, okay, I only have about 6 more morning shifts. So 6 more hard stops at 7:10, right? That's what I said yesterday. Now, don't you know, the family's asking me to come on board full time with them. So this is why I tell you all that when you go to an organization, when you show up, understand that you're bringing value. Now, this was just a temporary coverage, right? I was only supposed to be covering temporarily. And again, I had to advocate for what I wanted to get paid at because I understood what I brought to the table. So what was just a temporary contract for this organization that I work for, now I didn't give a yes yet because I said I want to think about it first, right? I want to think about it first. But you got to understand what you bring to the table. So what was a temporary contract, now the opportunity is there to become a long-term contract for the organization, right? You got excited? So here's the other thing, and this is why you have to learn to communicate your value, and you have to build up yourself so much that when you get connected to anything, any organization, you are an asset. Because here's the thing, another office connected to the same company wants me to go to another family, and they've sweetened the deal so much. So that's why I didn't give my yes yet, right? Because I got to do this meeting first and see how I'm going to balance it, because they've sweetened the deal like very well. Okay? Because that office, like, they know what I come with. Like, they understand my work ethic. They understand the experience that I come with. So they don't give me a hard time. I tell them exactly what I want to get paid, right? So it's the same thing. They were like, hey, I have this and this and this. This is what it comes with. I'm like, nope, this is what I want. Okay? And because they understand the experience and the excellence that I come with, he was like, okay, let me see if I can get that. And he came back and he got it. So I got to do this meeting to see if everything else is in alignment, so I can decide, do I go here or do I go there, or do I try to balance them both and still serve you all? So I'm saying all of that to say, understand the value that you come with, that you are an asset to the organization. Okay? Learn how to advocate for yourself. Thank you, Liz. Learn how to advocate for yourself in your employment, in whatever connection. Okay? Learn how to advocate for yourself. Understand what it is that you come with, and know that this organization is fortunate to have you. Make sure that you position yourself as such. Okay? All right? So I know I said I have 6 more shifts to do a hard stop at 7:10, but it may turn out to be more. Okay, I really like this case. I love it because it helps me to keep my skills. Okay, if you're in the medical field, you'll understand what that means. But it helps me to keep my skills. There are cases where you don't really get to do a lot of skills, but these cases, they help me to maintain my skills. So when it comes time for my quarterly review, my evaluation is going to say she's competent in this, she's competent in this, she's competent in this. Okay, so my evaluation has like a longer checklist when I work with cases like the ones that I have in my hands right now, right? So even if I move on to another organization, I'm walking into that organization with a whole lot of skills under my belt, a whole lot of experience. So y'all just set up yourself so that you're so valuable, you can ask for what it is that you want, okay? And know how to communicate your value, your experience, okay? All right? All right? I like to give you a real-time example. Like, I don't just get on here and talk just to talk. I like to give you real-time example. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Thank you so much. All right, so again, learn how to communicate your value. And any room that you walk into, any organization, it doesn't have to be the job, whatever organization you're connected to, understand your value and what you bring to the table, and advocate for yourself. Okay? Advocate for yourself. Don't just take anything. No, I'm worth this. I'm coming with a lot of experience, right? Okay. All right, great. What do give black people? Listen, I don't focus on that stuff. Like, how do I put this in a way that I understand that that is a challenge? Let me see who said that. TD, I understand that that is a challenge. I'm not going to deny the fact that that is a challenge in the workplace. But I promise you that if you show up and you deliver value, when the call comes, okay, who can we put into this spot? Who is going to help the organization to get to where it needs to get to? And you have demonstrated your value, right? You have shown up when you're supposed to show up. I guarantee you that there will be a space for you. Okay? I've never been laid off. I've never been fired from a job. I've never experienced that, right? And I know there can be all different types of circumstances why people get laid off and get fired, right? But I'm 40 years old, and thank God I have never been fired, never been laid off, because when I show up, I bring value. I make sure that I operate with excellence as best as I can. Okay? So that is what you want to do. What's his name? Jim Rohn says, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. But here's the thing with that. It's going to show up in your job. When you work on yourself, it's going to show up in your job. So I work on myself to make sure that I operate with excellence in all that I do. The consistency that you see on this live stream, that is how I show up in my job. The excellence that you see on this live stream, that is how I show up on my job. So there are people that put in requests. They want me because of how I show up on my job. Okay? All right? Okay. Okay, let's move on. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Again, I have a hard stop. You can keep your opinion T-dot. But welcome to the room. Stick around. I'm sure that you will learn something, but I don't have time for the back and forth this morning. I really don't. So if you're here to challenge me on my live stream, I don't have time for it this morning. Maybe tomorrow you can come back when I have time, okay? Maybe you can come back tomorrow when I have time, but we're going to do a hard stop this morning because I got to go make money, okay? I have to go make some money. But good morning, everyone. Welcome to the room. I'm Anika V. Brown. Hit that follow button. Get connected. Get connected. Get connected. Get connected, okay? Hit that follow button. I'm live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Here's my schedule. I got to pick my battle wisely. I have to pick my battle wisely. There are certain conversations that I'm not willing to go back and forth with you, okay? I'm not going to do it. Okay? So hit that follow button. Get connected. I'm live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. For those of you who truly want to learn and truly desire transformation in your life, you're not just showing up to challenge me, even when I'm showing you my fruit, right? For those of you who want to show up and get it, okay? Don't be distracted by negativity in the comments and people who want to challenge me. But check my fruit. That's all I have to say. All right, let's get into our gratitude check-in. Let's do that. Drop in the comments some things that you're absolutely grateful for today. What are you grateful for today? Let me know. What are you grateful for today? Let me know. We practice gratitude here because it helps to keep us in the mindset of abundance. All right? We're not sitting around complaining. No, we're not. We're not sitting around complaining. We're finding things to be grateful for. Grateful for all of it. Hard stops and new beginnings. Ooh, I love that. Grateful for another chance. Grateful I woke up this morning. Awesome. Hey, Loris, how are you? Grateful for my life. Awesome. I love it. Again, we practice gratitude here. We're not sitting around complaining. No, we're not. Son is graduating from the Army on Friday. Congratulations, Eileen. Congratulations to you and your son. That's awesome. Hey, Mr. Henry, how are you? Grateful for another day. Awesome. I love it. Again, we practice gratitude because it helps to keep us in a mindset of abundance. Now, our theme for this year is executive living. We're focusing on operating our lives like a Fortune 500 company. We're focusing on operating our lives like a Fortune 500 company. And with that, we have two mantras that we're walking through the year with. Mantra number one, I am an effective executive over my life. That's mantra number one. I am an effective executive over my life. I am an effective executive over my life. That's mantra number one. Like I said, my friend, just stick around. I promise you, you're going to learn something. Just stick around, okay? Just stick around. You're going to learn something, okay? All right. I said stick around. Didn't I say that? I want you to stick around because you're going to learn something. So just stick around. All right. So mantra number one, I am an effective executive over my life. Mantra number two, I only exude executive energy. I only exude executive energy. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am organized. Okay. I'm focused. I will not let every shiny thing pull me off course or distract me and then I lose focus. No, I got to stay focused because I'm going somewhere. I'm building something. I am disciplined. I cannot let my emotions control me. I got to get up and do what I got to do. Good morning, Michael. How are you? How you doing? I cannot let my emotions control me. I have to get up and do the thing that I gotta do. Okay? I'm organized. I'm not here, there, and everywhere and in everything. No, I'm only gonna do the thing that I gotta do so that I can get to the destination that I'm heading to. All right? So the two mantras that you're going to filter your decisions through as you're walking through the year. Hey, Smith D. 09, how are you? You got to message me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you're doing. It's been a minute. But let me know how you're doing. All right. So you're going to filter your decisions through those two mantras. So whatever you got to do, you're going to ask yourself, is this thing helping me to be an effective executive over my life? Is it? Right? Is this thing helping me to exude executive energy, being focused, being disciplined, being organized? So as you're going through the year and as you're going through your day to day, you want to filter your decisions through those two mantras because we're focusing on operating our lives like a Fortune 500 company. Okay? All right. Now let's pray and then we will get into the affirmations. All right? Let's do that. Hello, Oris. I hope I said that correctly. But I found you. Welcome to the room. Welcome. All right, let's pray the 23rd Psalm really quickly, and then we'll get into our affirmations. All right, I'm going to pray for all of us, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. Okay, I agree with that. So here we go. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil, for thou art with us. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil. Our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. Amen. So that is the 23rd Psalm. Hey, Emmanuel, how are you? Yes, surely, without a doubt, goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. Now, for my friend that said that I shut you down, here's what I'm going to give you some advice, okay? Because I like to help people. I'm going to give you some advice. If the question that you're asking me is based on your personal experience, right? Where you feel like you're being undermined because of your color, because that's what your comment is saying, make a plan and leave. That's what I'll tell you. Okay? Make a plan and leave. If you're in any organization, any connection where you feel like because of your color you're being undermined, make a plan and leave. That is what I will tell you. Okay? All right? Because you seem a bit disappointed that you didn't get an answer. I will tell you, make a plan and leave. And as I was saying, understand your value. There are other organization that needs a solution that you bring to the table. But you cannot sit around and complain and not make a plan to leave. Okay? If you feel like you're being undermined because of your color, because that's what you put in the comments, make a plan and leave. That's the advice that I would give you. Okay? All right? And if you see that you try to advocate for yourself, whatever, what do you call it again? Union or help that they have for the staff, if that is not helping you, please make a plan and leave. Don't be the person that's sitting around complaining and uncomfortable, but still showing up every day. Make a plan and leave. There's another organization that would appreciate you and what you bring to the table. Okay? Because you seem real passionate about your color in the workplace. And I understand that that can be an issue. Okay? Especially if you're very ambitious. I understand that that can be an issue. But if you're uncomfortable, make a plan and leave. Okay? All right? Or start your own business. Believe in yourself enough to start your own organization. Okay? I want you to believe in yourself enough to start your own business, because here's the thing, if you are delivering the solution or the answer to a problem for an organization, you can also do that in your own company. You can. But you got to believe in yourself enough to take the step of faith and do it. Okay? The same thing that you're doing in the environment that you feel undervalued, you can create your own company and do it for yourself. Okay? That's the advice that I will give you. So don't be disappointed. I told you to stick around because you learned something, but I'm on time constraints, so I can't do the back and forth with you this morning. Come back tomorrow. I'll have more time, but that is the advice that I would give you today, or anyone on here. If you're uncomfortable in your workplace, if you feel like you're being undermined because of whatever reason, make a plan and leave. Okay? You don't have to stay chained to any situation, any circumstance that they're looking down on you and you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to stay. You don't. Make a plan and leave. Okay, my friend? I hope that helped you. I hope it did. I hope it did. You said that I shut you down. I'm on time constraint. That's why I got to cut it off. But I want to make sure that I give you some help. So even if you never come back to my live stream, I hope that helps you. Okay? Make a plan and leave. Any connection, any organization that any of you are a part of and you feel devalued, make a plan and leave. You do not have to stay. Okay? And complaining is not going to help the situation. It isn't. Complaining is not going to help. Going home frustrated every day is not going to help, because then it's going to trickle down into your family, because you're going to go home and you're going to be mad and you're going to take it out on your family or on your friends who have nothing to do with the situation, when all you had to do was make a plan and leave. Whatever connection that is not suited for you, make a plan and leave. That's what I'll tell you. Okay? All right. Awesome. Let's get into our affirmations. Yes, complaining makes it worse and it drains your emotional energy. It does. It's draining. So do not sit around and complain. I am. Vital signs and vibes. Ooh, I like your tag. I like your tag. I am. All right, let's get through our affirmations. Let's do that. I'll probably be able to give you like 5 minutes of notes this morning because the time has gone. But I hope somebody got helped. So My new book, Leadership Cheat Code. If you want a copy, send me a message. Now, for those of you who had requested a signed copy before, if I haven't reached out to you yet, please send me a message, okay? For those of you who requested a signed copy of the book, send me a message today, all right? If I haven't reached out to you yet, so maybe I missed somebody that was on the list. But if I haven't reached out to you yet, that means I missed you. So send me a message today for those of you who requested a signed copy, okay? All right. If you want a copy of the book, you're new here, send me a message with the word book. Let's work through the affirmations. Let's do that. Let's work through them. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself. Then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. Okay? Okay. I see you. Welcome to the room. Welcome. All right. So here we go. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself. And then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. Okay, so here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. I am a visionary. I see beyond my present. I think beyond limitations. I create the future. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing is impossible for me. I can have it. I can build it. I can become it. I can overcome it. I can write it. I can launch it. I can heal from it. I can recover. Nothing is impossible for me. I can start over and still win. Nothing is impossible for me. That's right. Nothing is impossible for me. I can own it. I can go there. Hey, Maverick, good morning. I can own it. I can go there. Nothing is impossible for me. Doesn't matter my background. Doesn't matter what I've experienced in life. Nothing is impossible for me. That's right, Liz. I can and I will. I can and I will. I can have that financial status. I can have that educational status. I can have that relationship. I can own that. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing. So I want you to stay in that headspace as you're going through the year. Nothing is impossible for me. So you don't have to settle for the bare minimum. Okay? Nothing is impossible for me. That's right. Yes, you will have what you say. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the headspace that I want you to be in as you're going through the year. All right. Awesome. Somebody asked what topic I teach on. I focus on productivity and mindset. That is my focus as a life coach. Productivity and mindset. We don't make excuses over here. We get results. We go out and we execute and we get results. So my area of focus is productivity and mindset. All right. So when you show up here, that's what you'll get. Okay. All right. All right. Awesome. Let's get into the word of the day. Let's do that. I got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Hey, Malcolm. Yes, Loris. Absolutely. I got 10 minutes. I'm going to give you the notes. Let's see. So we are on page 110 today. Yep, let's go. We're talking about tenacity for the next 10 minutes, okay? Yes, Miss Arena. Productivity and mindset, that is my specialty. So for those of you who struggle with procrastination, for those of you who struggle with limited mindset, maybe because of your past, what you've experienced in your past, you struggle with seeing yourself beyond where you're at right now. You struggle with seeing yourself accomplishing more than what society told you that you could accomplish. I'm the person that you would work with. All right. All right. Yes, because based on society's standard, I should not be as successful as I am today, but I mastered productivity and mindset. I mastered that. So here I am today and I teach that. That's what I teach. Okay. All right. Awesome. Let's talk about tenacity for the next 9 minutes. Time is going by so fast. Yes. The word of the day is tenacity, and the theme, what you need to finish well. What you need to finish well. So let's talk about it. Again, if you want a copy of the book, send me a message. Okay, here we go. So for the next 9 minutes, here we go. I'm going to try not to tell any stories. So success isn't reserved for the most talented. It's not. It belongs to the most tenacious. People who are determined not to give up, right? It belongs to the most tenacious. Tenacity is what separates those who wish from those who win. Remember yesterday I said, don't sit around wishing you could. No, get some tenacity about you. You have too many unfinished things. It got hard, but you couldn't find the tenacity to push through it. You got to find it today. Okay. Good morning, Maggie. How are you? All right. So tenacity is what separates those who wish from those who win. It's the relentless determination to stay the course, even when the excitement fades and challenges appear. So let's focus in on understanding tenacity as a mindset and a discipline, how to develop it, how to sustain it, and how to transform ordinary ambition. There are people who are ambitious, but when things get hard, they forget that. So tenacity transforms ordinary ambition into extraordinary achievements. Okay? All right. Great. So by definition, tenacity is the quality of being persistent, determined, and unwavering in purpose. Okay? Especially in the face of obstacles or discouragement. So yes, your background may be something that they bring up, but hey, I'm not going to stop going, because here's my school for those of you who are new here. I dropped out of the 7th grade and I dropped out of the 8th grade, but still my wall looks like this. If I didn't have tenacity, it would not look like that. And my library looks like this. Okay? All right. So you need tenacity. Doesn't matter your background. I dropped out of the 7th grade, dropped out of the 8th grade. And yet, okay? So you need tenacity. All right? So tenacity is not stubbornness. Real-time receipt. Absolutely. Tenacity is not stubbornness. Stubbornness resists change, but tenacity adapts but never quits. Okay? So that's the difference. So if somebody's telling you, oh, you're just stubborn, you shouldn't keep going because you did this, you experienced that, this is what your experience says, so you're just stubborn. Why do you keep going? No, I'm tenacious. I'm not going to quit. I want this life. I want this educational status. I want this financial status, and I'm not going to stop until I get it. I will not quit. Okay? All right. So that's what tenacity says. Now, in every industry, from business to athletics to leadership, those who rise to the top share this trait. They don't stop when it gets hard. They get strengthened when it gets hard. Strengthened in their mindset, strengthened in their skills. They don't quit. Okay? Understand that talent may open the door for you. Somebody recognize that you're talented and they open the door for you. But tenacity is what's going to keep it open. That's what's going to keep it open. They know that you don't quit. You try to figure this thing out. You try to work it out. So the door is always going to be open for you. Okay. Now, why does tenacity matter? Tenacity is what turns ideas into results. Without it, goals remain just intention. Oh, I intended to do this thing, but this problem came up. I intended to go there, but this issue came up, so I stopped. No, you need tenacity. Okay? You need it. So the benefits of tenacity is consistency, credibility, confidence, and character. So consistency creates momentum through steady effort. Okay. Hi, Carolina. How are you? Credibility. People trust those who follow through. That is a pet peeve of mine. If you keep saying you're going to do, and you never do, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. If you don't follow through on what you said you were going to do repeatedly, I understand that we're human, can miss a few spots here and there, but consistently saying you're going to do, and you never do, I don't trust you. That's just me. Okay. Confidence. Every time you persist, you prove to yourself that you can do it. You can accomplish it. And then character. Tenacity refines resilience and emotional intelligence. It does. So in difficult moments or moments of difficulty, tenacity bridges the gap between motivation and manifestation. Motivation is how you start, but tenacity is what you need to finish well. I want you to think of a time that you wanted to quit. You wanted to quit real bad, but you chose to push forward instead. Or let me just get to the finish line. Let me just get it done. What did that moment teach you about your strength? For me, it taught me that I was stronger than I thought, that I was more of a critical thinker than I could imagine. So when you figure out whatever the lesson is that you learned when you did not give up, I want you to lean into that lesson when things get difficult this year. Lean into that. Okay? I learned before that I'm stronger than I thought. So this situation right here, I can do it again. I can get over this again. Okay? All right. Great. Now, the psychology, really quickly, the psychology of tenacity. I had 2 minutes to get off here. 2 minutes. The psychology of tenacity. So tenacity is not purely physical effort. It's not. It's emotional and mental endurance as well. Because some of the things that you're building is going to take more mental work and emotional endurance to build it rather than physical effort to do it. Okay? Now, the key mindset of tenacious people includes purpose-driven focus, so they know why they started, which is what fuels how they continue. They understand their why, so they continue because they're closely connected to a why. Okay? They're solution-oriented thinkers. They don't fixate on the problem. I told you all that yesterday. They don't fixate on the problem. They seek possibilities. They have a long-term perspective. They understand that every step, even slow progress, counts towards the goal that they're trying to accomplish. Okay? Hey, Johnny, how are you? So these are the tenacious mindset that I want you to adopt as you go through this year. For those of you who are just coming in, we're on page 111 of Leadership Cheat Code. If you want a copy of it, message me the word book. Okay? Message me the word book. Okay, so I want you to adopt these mindsets as you're going through the year. The key is to remember that tenacity grows through adversities. And this is the thing, this is where a lot of people get tripped up because it gets hard and they stop. No, you got to walk through the adversity to build up strength. Emotional strength, mental strength, physical strength. You got to walk through adversity. You have to. It is a part of the game. If you keep giving up, keep stopping, you'll never see what your life could become if you had pushed through whatever the difficulty is that you face. Okay? So, again, tenacity grows through adversity. The very moments you feel most challenged, or they are often the ones that is shaping your strength, okay? And strength for your next. You got to push through this to help you when you get to your next. If you keep giving up, you will never get to your next. That's a picture that I want you to have in your head. If every time this roadblock, this stumbling block comes in your way, you just give up, you will never know what's on the other side of it. So you got to cultivate tenacity. 7:10, I got to stop. Okay? So the strength for where you are going and things that you're building, the adversity is going to help you with that. Okay? I don't have time to go through the formula. I got to stop there. But again, get the book. Get the book. Let me skip down. And God, it's 7:11. Let me just share this with you really quick. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to do a hard stop, but I'm going to share this bullet point with you. So how you demonstrate tenacity daily. Number one, you're going to lead through challenges, okay? Stay calm, resourceful, and productive even when others are panicking. You stay calm. You find the resources to solve this problem. You be proactive as much as you can, okay? Next thing you're going to do is deliver on commitment. Build a reputation of reliability. People need to count on you, okay? And make sure that when they're counting on you, you show up. So deliver on commitments. Next thing you're going to do is pursue mastery. Keep learning. We never know it all, so keep learning. Next thing you're going to do is reframe setbacks. Obstacles are feedback, so learn the lessons from them. What next thing you're going to do, final thing, how to demonstrate tenacity daily, model resilience. Let others see your consistency, that it is your brand. I'm going to keep showing up because I'm trying to get to somewhere. I'm trying to build a life that I'm proud of, so I'm going to keep showing up. I'm not going to give up. All right, so the word of the day is tenacity. I got to close it off there. Get the book so you can get the game plan, okay, for tenacity. Leadership cheat code, you're going to message me if you want a copy of the book. So the word of the day is tenacity. Let's do our declarations. Let's do that. Yes, they are feedbacks. Absolutely. They're telling you that you're missing something. So look again, try again. I didn't even give you all announcements because I'm going so fast. But for those of you who want to work with me, I am a master life coach and mentor. You're going to message me the word mentor. It's going so fast, I skipped that. But message me the word mentor for those of you who want to work with me. I'm going to do the declarations, then I've got to go. Tomorrow morning, I will sit around with y'all and chit chat. Okay? Okay? We'll have time tomorrow morning to chit chat. All right, I promise you. So bring all your questions tomorrow because I'm going to make time to answer them tomorrow. Okay? So here are our declarations. I'm going to decree for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. All right? Yes, let's do our declarations. Let's do that. So I'm going to decree for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. So here we go. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success, with prosperity and provision. I decree that today we walk in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great value is coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life, and that is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today. And we know that anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. So be tenacious. Stop giving up every time it gets hard, because you'll never get to the other side if you keep giving up every time it gets hard. Build up that tenacity within you to keep going. All right? So take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things. Expect answered prayers. Expect promotion and increase. Trying to think about the replay. So the replay will go up on my YouTube channel. I am the Productivity Coach on YouTube. Now, it may go up around midnight. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a double today. I don't know yet. So if I do a double today, it won't go up until midnight. But if I only have one shift to do today, then it'll be up by 5 o'clock. But if I do a double, it'll be midnight. Okay? All right. So my YouTube channel is The Productivity Coach. I'm Anika V. Brown on Facebook. It will go up. Definitely by midnight, it will be up. If I do a double, it'll be up by midnight. But again, if I get home early, then it'll be up by 5 p.m. Have an amazing day. I will see you all tomorrow. Bring your questions tomorrow. I'll make time for them tomorrow. All right. Bye for now.